Hello everyone, I'm having to upload this video to YouTube because I've tried uploading a video to Facebook and it didn't work. I don't think Facebook is well suited for video uploads more than a few seconds, so this should have just gone on my Facebook page, but I suppose more people will see it if I put it on YouTube. Anyway, this is just a sort of an announcement to say that I will be selling some of my vacuum cleaners on my iBasic Facebook page, so you need to follow me on that. I'll put a link somewhere below so you can click on that if you don't follow me on Facebook. So this is the first one I'm going to offer for sale. I'm sorry, it's only going to be for UK buyers only. This is an Electrolux 170, a vintage 1970s machine. I think this particular one is from 1973, if I remember rightly. So I'm going to ask for offers £30 and over for this with a £10 flat rate shipping charge. So you'll need to go to my Facebook page. I'll put a post about this on Facebook. You'll be able to offer me what you want to pay for this, and send me a direct message with your details and we can arrange payment, and then I'll get it shipped off to you. So I thought I'd better show it. It's easier to show something in a video than just a few photographs. You've heard it running. I'll show you its pros and cons. It's very clean. I have semi-refurbed this. It is very clean inside and out. It's a little bit squeaky. It could just be the bearings on the brush roll. The motor probably could do with a proper service, but it works, and if you're after this model, it could be something you're interested in. So we've seen it in action. Let's point out its pluses and minuses, starting with the underside of the cleaner. We have a metal base plate here with a beater bar and brush agitator. You can hear a bit of a squeak, maybe, but I'm sure that's an easy fix. Maybe just a bit of oil or grease somewhere. So we've got a fixed beater bar here made of plastic, and then a brush. It's well used, but there's still life in these brushes. I think the cleaner would benefit from a new belt. I'll just switch it on with the machine in this position so you can see it rotating. So as you can hear, a little bit of a squeak on rundown. I'm not sure if it's the agitator or the brush roll bearings, but I'm sure it's an easy fix. The motor does sound okay to my ears. Looking at the rating plate, this is from 1973 and it has a 280 watt motor. If we turn the cleaner around, we can see the main cleaner head. I have partly retro brighted this. I haven't done the base, so the hood and the main base hasn't been retro brighted, but I have retro brighted the main bag housing and the handle. You might be able to see a bit of a difference. So if you want to finish off the retro brighting job, that's up to you. We do have a mains on light here, and this light will stay illuminated as long as the cleaner is plugged in to a live socket outlet. The Electrolux 170 was available around the same time as a Hoover Junior, but this has a much more modern shape and an easier bag change. You can see it's got a rigid dust box, but it is a dirty fan cleaner. But instead of the fan being mounted at the front, as in a Hoover Junior, this one's mounted at the side. It has a metal fan. Its layout underneath the hood is more similar to a turbo power than a Hoover Junior, but it does have similar agitation, similar performance, I would say, to a Hoover Junior of this era, but a much quicker and easier bag change. So to access the bag on a 170, you have a clip here at the front. You just pull that down and the whole bag housing drops down. And to remove the bag, you simply rotate the bag housing to the back of the cleaner, and now we've got access to the bag. The bag simply lifts out, and you can empty out the dirt by sliding off the clip. I will supply a very slightly used bag with this machine. You can still buy bags for this. I've just checked eBay. There's plenty of suppliers of bags for the 170. Apart from the bag, we do have a filter which you can see I've cleaned, and that just slots in the front. So the bag, the bag is the first filter, obviously, with the dirty fan cleaner, but unlike the Hoover Junior, we do have an additional filter. So this would have been better filtration than a Junior, and as you can see, easier bag change. The seal at the top of the bag housing is all clean and intact, so that just fits in there. And then we just have to rotate it back around, and then you just pull up the bag housing with the top of the cleaner. If we can get it in position, let's turn it round. Should go in. There we go. And then we can close the clip. And that's how you access the dust bag. There's a couple of minor issues to point out about this cleaner. You can see that the mains cable has had what would have been a temporary repair, but obviously that tape has been on the cleaner for a long time. So I personally would renew the cable, or you could always cut the cable short and rewire it. You'd lose just under 1 meter of cable though, but it would be the safest thing to do. Or if you've got some more white cable, if you want to rewire the whole cleaner, you could renew this with some better insulating tape, but you just got to be wary of it. I personally, if you're going to use this machine on a regular basis, either shorten the cable or put a new cable on. If you just want it for a collection and are going to use it very lightly occasionally, renewing this for some newer insulating tape might be okay, but personally you're better off, as I said, renewing the whole cable. There's also a little bit of damage here to the clip that secures the cable up here. Now that's supposed to clip in, and it does hold in place, but it will fall off. So what the original owner did when I bought this, there was actually a little cable tie. There were a couple of little holes, so it's possible to get a very small cable tie inside, and then you can actually clip it to secure that in place, or you know, do whatever you want to do to keep that in place if that's an issue for you. The only other thing that we're missing with this cleaner is the furniture guard. As you can see, the bottom of the cleaner doesn't have the guard. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're not going to be banging it into your furniture, and I'm sure if you buy this you want to look after it. It's from '73. There's no point in abusing a vintage machine. I'm sure whoever wants this will look after it. But you might have a 170 that's battered with a furniture guard that's okay, so you could just put that on there. Obviously I don't need to tell you what you're going to do with this. If you buy this, you'll know what you want it for. You might want it to use, you might want it for your collection, you might want it because it's in better condition than one you have, you know, whatever you want it for. If you want it just to make a video where you're going to abuse it and smash it with a hammer, put it in a big barrel of water and switch it on, you can do that. I'm not bothered what you do with it when you buy it, but hopefully you're not going to do that. You're going to look after it, because these aren't easy to get hold of really. They don't appear on eBay very often. So yeah, this is the first one. I will be offering a lot more cleaners on my Facebook page for sale, so you need to follow me on Facebook, and if you live in the UK you have a chance of buying some of my old machines. I'll be selling some newer machines as well. I think the next cleaner I might have for sale will be an Electrolux. I think it's an Electrolux Contour that is more or less new in the box, but I'll be showing you that at a later stage, should I say. So hopefully I'll work out how to put up little videos on Facebook. I've done it in the past, but for some reason the video for this didn't work, so that's why I'm putting it up on my YouTube channel. So go to my Facebook page and have a look, make me an offer, and this 1973 Electrolux 170 could soon be cleaning your carpets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.